So follow along with me as I show you how I decorate the pages inside my healing journal. So I'm Marcia, welcome back to Markets of Sunshine. And this junk journal is one that I'm dedicating to my healing while I'm dealing with grieving, going through the grieving period process of losing my mother. And I've started this journal way before I knew, obviously, that I was going to need it for this particular purpose. And I knew I wanted a writing journal, but I really was going to be using it more for my healing, but not necessarily this type of a healing journey in dealing with the emotional pain of losing a loved one. So dear, this is the first time I've lost anyone that affected me this way, and so I mean it really is something to go through. And by the way, I'm using a new little tabletop light, and I hope that it is illuminating the project for you so that it comes across much nicer. And I mean, I'm finding that it definitely is putting good lighting from my perspective, so I hope you're able to see that and appreciate that too, compared to my previous videos. Okay, so what I did is I made a pocket on the inside cover. So this is the first cover, the inside cover. And so what I decided to do, I took a book page that was complementary to what the theme of this journal is, very floral, spring and summer. Pastels, but warm colors as well. And I took a piece of cardstock and fabric, and I layered 2 pieces of fabric and then a piece of lace. I sewed it on the machine. I glued this part here because I just forgot to sew it all the way up there. I don't even know why. Must have been interrupted and didn't get back to it or whatever. But I attached it to cardstock so that I could glue it easier to this packing material. So the paper, the book page glued easily to it, and then that glued easily to that. And so I went through one of my digital paper kits that I've already laminated the one side. And so I chose colors that I thought were complementary. And then each of these pockets, I'm just putting in the tags that I made. And then the little front one. So this was the Polaroid, and these were from Amity Bloom, this particular paper. The kit is from Relate and Create on Etsy. So if you're interested in picking up any of these, and these are digital kits that are made for healing, recovery, new beginnings. So I really am, that's been the process I've been on for about the last 2.5 years. So I really appreciate it. This page here, I'll just do a quick overview with you. I made a snippet roll, clusters, and then I glued that to the first page here, just something really, really pretty so that you can see that this little peeking out part there. And then a little pocket here, another just a decorative pages. You know, you can decorate the pages any way you want, but this is to give you inspiration and help you. This is just using scrap papers and cardstock, book pages. This is more of that same digital kits. and then on this corner here, when you close the pages, you see this part here peeking out a little bit. You can't because this first page here is really hides everything, but the rest of it you can just see. So I'm going to go through and just sprinkle. Now this somebody else made, and it came out of a journal that my mom had, and so I was gifted that, and that is really pretty. And I've made things like this similar. I don't have this particular key charm thing. That is really cute. I like that idea. I have more of these paper clips myself, and cute little paper clip, hidden altered paper clip that she put there. So it went perfectly with the spring theme and the butterflies. I love butterflies. So everything went perfectly with all this. Okay. So I'd already laminated these papers, and so that's what I'm just going to use. And I'm just trying to go through and find what I feel is complementary. And I don't want to do too much on the sewing machine. Let me see. Okay, so that one. So I just want them to peek out a little bit. And so I'm just going to put a little bit of glue. And when I say that I laminate just the front side, if you have a laminator, and if you've watched me do that here on my channel, but if you haven't, what I do is you take 2 pieces of printer paper and you put your whatever you want to laminate on the front of that and on the back of that, obviously with the images facing out, and then you put it in your sleeve, and then you put that through your laminating machine. And I use it on the 5 mil setting, not on the 3 mil setting. Everything I do is on the 5 mil setting because the 3 mil setting was too, it was not high enough heat, and so it did not give good results. But I find that the 5 mil setting laminates everything beautifully, and I'm just now looking for something that I can use because I don't even know where my paper towels are. If I even have a paper towel, I don't even have a napkin on my pocket. I usually always have a napkin somewhere. Something. Okay, let me just use this. I am just going to snip off a little piece of this fabric. I just don't like getting glue on me. I don't like it. My body doesn't like it, so I'm going to use a little piece of fabric. Okay. I usually have wax paper, which I do have a whole roll right here. And now that I look over and see that, I might just have to tear off a piece. Okay, so there's that. So I went through already and did several pages. If you saw my first video, this is the second video in the series. And so I'm just going through now. And like I said, just picking out what I feel is complementary to that particular page. And if it's just like, it's just whatever I want to do, it's like it doesn't matter. And it's what I have already in my supplies, in my stash, using up what I have. And that's the name of the game, isn't it? We want to use up what we have. I am here in Florida. I don't know where you're at watching me from. I know some of you are in Florida. I know some are in Texas. Some are in Washington State, East Coast, middle of the country, Missouri. And some are, all over anyway. Puerto Rico. And it is really hot here in Florida. I mean, it is like brutal, brutal heat. And so If we don't get out there early in the morning for like a walk, it's like forget it. It is not going to happen until that night. So before 8 a.m. and then usually about 8 p.m. we take another walk. And it's like a 10-minute walk. It's not long. Just enough to be very therapeutic. And my doctor said, walk, walk, walk. Keep walking. Do not stop walking. And I'm like, okay, I got the message. I'm walking. And I love to walk. I love being outside. Just the minute I get outside and that fresh air and the wide open space, you know, not cooped up in my house anymore, it really does do wonders for my overall feeling. And so I'm like, yeah, I'm going to keep walking. I'm going to do exactly what she wants me to do. Okay, so let's look through here. And, you know, I really was looking through a lot of videos, and I did not find a lot of videos that actually will take you through the thought process and the mind, you know, what do you do and how do you do it, and go about decorating your pages and what to do. Just to uncomplicate it, you know? And I'm all about simplicity with what I do in my channel. When I first started my channel years ago, you know, I thought, oh yeah, I wanted to, you know, be doing what was popular and, you know, but you know what I noticed is the popular is complicated. And I don't like complicated. I like simple. I really do. Life is complicated enough, and it's you know, and sometimes it's not even fun to watch them because there's just so much involved. I don't want to be involved in scoring and measuring and all of those things. I really want to just be able to sit down and know what it is that I want to do that's going to turn out looking nice, and that someone else can duplicate easily with just, you know, the supplies that they have, because maybe you don't have a scoreboard, maybe you don't have a laminator. And so you can use packing tape if you don't have a laminator. And you can get the same results and effect. I'm going to just go through and see which one of these looks the best to me. Not a whole lot really goes with this. This one is, I guess, the best. So that's the one we're going to go with. So, Linda, when you're watching this video, you and Desiree add, what I would really love is if you could add some complimentary, you know, to what you already have going on in the kit, strips like this for the page edges. Just a thought, you know. You don't have to listen to me. Just throwing my thoughts around freely. Then when you're decorating, it would be really nice because everything would match. But that's okay, because I'm just, like I said, I am a fly by the seat of your pants kind of gal. And it's like, okay, you know what? This is what I have, and I am just going to go with that. And not every page needs to have that type of a border. That's a little more plain is where I'm finding that I'm I want something on it. And you know what would be nice? Another thought, Linda. Just a kit, complete embellishment kit. You know what I'm saying? Go through your whole collection and make several or one embellishment kit that goes with the whole thing. Something complimentary. Again, it's just my thoughts. Just giving you some ideas. Okay. Now this side, okay, did I get, okay, yeah, that one. I did print out some of these, and I am going to come back, which I think they're out there in the living room, so let me go get them, because I had an idea on that, and I'm going, this is upside down, obviously. Okay, so what I'm thinking to do is to make this a tuck spot. So I'm going to glue this down, and this down, and then maybe just have something in there, anyway, that's what I thought. Thought. That would be okay. All right. So many different ideas, so many ways you can do this. Not pretty. Now this is a glossier laminate that I used, and the other one is a matte laminate. So this is matte. Can you see how you don't see the shiny? But you see how you can definitely see the shiny on here. It's pretty. I like it. Okay, so then once that dries, a tuck spot, but I like that peeking out. Okay, so let's see what I'm going to do with the rest of these. Okay, here was the belly band. I think I have another one somewhere. Aha, there. Okay, yeah, so those were going to be for that. Okay, okay, here's another one here. Don't think I have more that. So what I was gonna do, okay, so I'm gonna use this cardstock, and I'm gonna go through here of the Polaroid prints and just pick out one that I think would look okay. What do I want? Script. Okay. All right. Let's see. Something, maybe something that gives it a little more color. I like. Okay, yeah, that would be pretty. Oh, these two would be pretty. And even that. Okay. Set these over here. I don't mind individually cutting these versus getting a cutting mat. Okay, so put that onto that cardstock. And let's see, do we want, let's go with the blue. Like a French blue. And there we go. Okay, so then what I'm going to do, very, very, very sparingly, try to just get a little bit. Started off with too much, but okay. I know. All right, put that over there. It's down here. And I've got a little bit of an imperfection right there, so I'm going to put it on top of that. Okay. Let's do this other one. Just a little bit of blue here, and then we will be getting these cut out and put together. So it's really not hard decorating your journal pages. It's just a matter of getting started. I think that took me the longest time, was really deciding, okay, what did I want to do, and then finally figuring it out. It was a little bit difficult, but now once I've got into the swing of it, it just is like coming to me naturally now. Okay, so now I can make more belly bands, and then I can put those and add more of these little journal cards. That would be really easy to do. And even on the page that I just made the tuck spot, these could go in there as well. So let's go back over here. See. See? Perfect. Okay. And you can put as one, or you can put as many as you want. Does not matter. It's completely up to you. See? Quick and easy to do. Very, very quick and easy to do. Alright, so basically I will finish up. This is upside down, so I'm going to have to put something over that. Yep, so I'm very happy. Yep, another belly band there. Okay, so did a lot today. I'm happy with this. I'm really liking the way it turned out. And so now I will continue decorating this. Here's another spot that I can do something, because this is upside down. Let me see what I might have that would look good there. I don't know. I don't have anything really here in this kit that I can see. Yeah, just anything to cut in to cover it up. This could be the belly band, and then I can slide something in under there like that. So that looks good. Okay, so thank you for joining me here this week, and I look forward to more creative video processes for you, and I hope that you were inspired by this video, and stay safe, keep smiling and creating in the sunshine. Bye-bye.